How's it going, everyone? It's your man, Lost Disciple, the voice box of the underground YouTube. And today I wanted to talk about something that it's been kind of bothering me for the past couple months almost. And I feel like I haven't really heard anyone else voice their opinion about this. So let me be the man that does it because this is starting to get kind of outrageous at this point. So I noticed this was starting to become a trend around when Tears of the Kingdom came out. And for those of you that don't know, Tears of the Kingdom was the Breath of the Wild sequel released on the Nintendo Switch with the price tag of $70. Now, some people are like, hey, you know what? The $70 is worth it. It's a really good game. You know, it's fully fleshed out. It has like the underground and the sky level and all that. And there's other people that are like, dude, this is just overpriced DLC. You know, that could have just been in Breath of the Wild instead of its own game for $70. That I don't care about. The only thing I'm thinking is that the $70 price tag. If it was 60, I wouldn't have minded either because I haven't beat the whole thing. I own it, but I haven't played through it honestly at all. I haven't really touched the Switch in a couple months, but I'm still at like the very beginning of Tears of the Kingdom. But I did love Breath of the Wild. Oh, they're having. But I've noticed that $70 is starting to become a common cost for video games. Even when Modern Warfare 2 came out, it was $70 price tag. And I don't know, man. I mean, it's $10 more. I just don't like the idea of paying $70 for a video game right now. Especially with a lot of video games that are coming out and they're not actually as good as they claim they're going to be. So, can you imagine if people would have paid $70? I know there's people that bought like collector's editions and premium editions of games, but like, if fucking get text messages, when people had bought Cyberpunk, what if that was like a base $70 price tag? Like, and I understand some people like video games has been I believe 60 like around $40 to $60 since the Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo era I believe. And all the technology and the development costs and all that comes with these new high end games. The games could, the budget gets higher, so they're gonna have to increase the prices. Okay, but a lot of these games, one, aren't good, and you don't need to have a fucking spectacular game that looks like the characters are about to jump out of the TV. Like, Mortal Kombat doesn't need characters that look like they're about to jump out of the TV and whoop my ass in real life. Like, that's just not necessary. For certain games, like, you don't need crazy graphics for a game to be good. I think that's a big misconception a lot of developers are having. Like, they're just like, oh, if we have really good graphics and it looks really realistic or it looks this type of way, then it's okay if the gameplay is mediocre. Like, no, that's not how it works. Usually, like, you want to have a good story or a good game, like, with good gameplay, like, like good game mechanics before you start worrying about if it looks pretty. But now, like, in this day and age, because like we buy games left and right, there's so many games coming out, and with things like Game Pass and stuff like that, like, we have so much access to different games that we're gonna just play a game eventually, for just buy it and forget about it until then the next game comes out and the next game comes out. So like, people aren't like, it's just like they just want to pump these games out so fast they don't really even care about if the game is actually good or not. And I feel like this is starting to become a pretty big problem, especially if they want to charge $70 for the game. Now, like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of a $70 price tag. Yeah, it's only $10 more. $10, all right, $10. But still, it's about the idea that if they think, and clearly it's working. Like, they've been selling games for $70, like a lot of the AAA games, for quite a while now. So the only game that I know that's coming out soon that's not $70 that I was surprised is Payday 3, and that's actually going to be on Game Pass. And Starfield's on Game Pass. I believe that game is also $70. Like, I need to download it on Game Pass to try it out so I can see if I like it or not. Because I started to play Skyrim again, which I might actually use Skyrim footage as gameplay for this. So if you are seeing Skyrim footage for gameplay, then yeah, it's from my latest playthrough of Skyrim. But yeah, no, I believe Starfield is $70, but that's also on Game Pass. I haven't played it yet, so I want to play that. But I don't know, like, it's just crazy. Mortal Kombat 1 is $70. I'm not gonna be surprised if the next Call of Duty that comes out is gonna be $70. all these games are just like, oh, it would be $70, and then the freaking premium collection. Like we were looking on Nintendo Switch, me and my girlfriend's brother at the Mortal Kombat 1 like premium collection. It was like $105 or $109. I'm just like, dude, video games are just like starting to think they can just start getting really pricey with these prices, man. It's just nuts, dude. But you know, they're gonna get away with it. I remember when loot boxes, there's always like that weird trend with video games. Like there's like something that we just don't like about it. Like when loot boxes was the issue, and like they just started putting things behind loot boxes. Like when COD started putting like melee weapons and shit behind loot boxes and stuff like that. And then now it's like battle passes. Like it's just like gaming is it's just so weird. It's fucked, honestly. I don't know. There's a couple of good games every now and then, but I only find myself ever playing classics like New Vegas, Skyrim. Even like I'll honestly like try to play things like emulate more games and try to, but like something about playing it on a computer and not like whether on my PSP, which I need to buy a new battery for to play it, or actually having the console to play, I just don't like it. Like I have the NES Classic downstairs, and I like to play that. I think it's really cool. I also have like the original Xbox 360. So if I want to, I will. But like I want to play more like NES games. More, I don't know. I wish the Switch was like good, and my Switch is broken. I don't know. I gotta get it fixed. I'm just tired of seeing $70 games, man, and these games aren't good. We just need to we need to take a stance against this. So whoever's watching this video right now, let's take a stance against $70 games, okay? Let's let these people know that they can't be releasing trash. I'm fine with a good game that comes out and they're like, we want $70, but we can't let these developers think and these publishers think they could just give us trash and we're gonna give them 70 hard-earned dollars. I don't know about you guys, but to get $70 at my job is 3 hours worth of work. All right, that's 3 hours for one game. Sometimes you gotta just equate things to that type of thing, and you realize how expensive shit is for the time of your life, okay? It's just nuts. So if I'm not getting at least 3 hours or more worth of quality playtime that I'm enjoying, hell, I would even equate that to 30 hours minimum, because we're gonna add a couple zeros. Listen, I'm not for it. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike it, drop a dislike. Let me know why you think it's okay for crappy games and all these games to set a $70 precedent as the cost. Seriously, I want to know why you think that. And we can debate about it in the comment section. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the content. And it's your man, Lost Disciple, the voice box of the underground on YouTube. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.